Ma'am, I'm not saying that we didn't have any class.
We
Is there
discussed this
someone?
trading assistant thing yesterday.
Yes, ma'am. I know that.
We did.
Huh? Yes, someone, I could
Yes,
hear a
ma'am.
view. Yes. Right. So we did it this yesterday. You remember? Some of you who remembers? We covered trading assistant role and we discussed about it yesterday. Nobody remembers. Are you serious? You have such a short memory. What we discussed yesterday, you don't remember. So what did we discuss then? Yeah, tell me, what did we discuss?
The job analysis of
So
trading.
of this only, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Just a minute, hold on. Yes, Sujit, I've entered the class and taking the class.
Okay.
Yeah, so 3-4 minutes I was late and I was waiting outside.
Okay, ma'am. It's a different person who's starting the classes.
Yeah, just let him know if he starts in time. That would be really good. Everyone was waiting today.
No, sure,
Okay.
ma'am. I'll just inform.
All right. Thank you. Yes. Okay, so we did job analysis of this trading assistant. No? You first read this case, then we talked about what clients are facing and what a firm is facing, the several problems from the clients and things like that, right? And then we talked about this job analysis. You all discussed this job analysis, source of information for creating the job description. You remember this? Who would we interview? What kind of information we will collect from the external sources?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So you remember, you are on track now. Okay. So what kind of information we will collect? Even we discussed that task and activities that the trading assistant will be doing. Who will the trading assistant coordinate with? Okay, what will be the reporting structure like? Who will he report to? Okay, any technology usage that he will be following, ethics and honesty, responsibility, right? To follow rules and guidelines of SEBI or any other regulatory body that overlooks stock holding firms. Okay, so problems, not overlook, sorry, overseas, right? Overlook is a very different word. Okay, so problems faced by clients and firms in the past, we will be addressing that by redesigning the trading assistant job role. We were talking about that, right? And then while collecting information from interviews, from different reports, we will also be collecting information on skill set, experience required, financial domain knowledge, specialization, and the personality that is required to do the role of a trading assistant, right? So this piece here is job analysis. Okay, so you analyze by collecting information. What kind of information should you collect? Even we discussed that, right? Now up to here you're clear. Okay, so now after which you need to start writing the job description. Once you collate this information from several sources, you need to write a job description and a job specification, right? And which a small activity was given to you last in previous lecture, which we discussed in the last lecture about how to write the job description, right? So after a job analysis, you will be writing the job description. The job description will contain information like what it will start with. It will always start with what?
Action, ma'am.
Okay, yeah.
Action.
So so it will always start with an so it will always start with an action. I don't know where it is going. Okay, so this is an action part, ensure, right? And then that is the action verb. This part is the action that person will take. okay, should be taking. Then it will be followed by what kind of action he is supposed to take. Okay, so this part is the what kind of action he is supposed to take, right? This part here up to reaching out to customers, and why, what is the objective of doing it, right? So if you let a person know what is the objective of taking that action, that person will be well informed to do that action, right? So we talked about these different components in this statement, in a job description statement the other day. Right. Now let's go ahead and look at uh, uh, the job description itself, right? So let's understand, if we have to create a job description of a trading assistant, what are the elements that can come into it, right? So this is already done, training assistants job description. So can someone read this? Maybe Vipin Dhangar can read this for us. This is the job description for trading assistant role.
And trading job title as trading assistant reported to trader division and middle office department trading.
Okay.
Summary trading assistant work with hedge funds or trading group to trade stock and increase the value of their assigned stock portfolios. They
Okay.
often work in a team with portfolio managers, researchers, operation staff, and legal group to ensure their client portfolio continue to grow in value.
Okay. So this is kind of summary that you can write. Okay. So after doing job analysis, you've got information, all that, and then you try to figure out how to write the summary of the profile first. Okay. So someone reads before, even before reading the roles and responsibility, a summary of the profile will give a person an understanding of what this role is about and what value does it give to the firm. Okay. So while writing the summary, always remember you have to write about what value does this particular role is the value of this trading assistant role by reading this few set statements.
Hmm.
What value does it provide to Financial Services Limited, Fortune Financial Service Limited?
And we have to work on a stock portfolio like
Okay, so this person will be assigned work on stock portfolios, which is the core competency of this particular firm. So you can see the impact to the firm is quite high, right? So whatever this person will be working on, it has a very high impact on the firm because this firm is about stock portfolios, right? So if this role was not trading assistant but just an accountant, this would have not had so much of impact on Fortune uh, Financial Services. But look at this. This is the core competency of this particular company, of this particular firm. So look at it as an impact. What impact does it have on the financial firm? Right. Yes. Go ahead, Vipin. Any other thoughts? What other value does it provide? What other value does this particular role provide to this firm? Anybody else? Dipanshu or Ishita, who always speak up? This time I'm asking you to speak up. What value does this role provide to this firm? Yes, anybody else? No idea. Okay, so you just understand they're talking about this person is going to work with the portfolio managers, researchers, operations staff. So this one is kind of a mediator, or it has a high level of collaboration is expected from this role as a trading assistant. Okay, high level of collaboration with the key players of the firm. Right, so portfolio manager is a key player, researcher are the key players because they are the ones who will advise on which portfolio, which company to invest in and all that, which companies are doing well and things like that, right? The operations staff also they're going to be in connect with, and then of course the legal groups, right? So they are collaborating with all the key players in the company, right? So you understand this, the impact of this particular role for the company. Now, what are the duties and responsibilities? Okay, so Rajesh Kumar, are you there? Yes, Rajesh.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Read the duties and responsibilities of this trading assistant role.
Reviewing the transactions on a customer's account to ensure financial accuracy. Assisting with trade execution in case of when account executives are not present. Monitoring the market as a whole in order to keep the rest of the firm informed. Coordinating transaction with portfolio managers and investment teams with regard to their trade ideas, information flow, and data request. Summarizing the daily transaction and earnings into reports for each client's account. Conducting clerical services like disturbing mail to the staff, filling records or documents into the system, preparing documents for contract or legal record, and preparing research or technical reports.
Okay, right. So you've read these duties and responsibilities here, right? So let's say you were writing the job description and you were asked to write the duties and responsibilities. Can you break up one statement here into the 4 components of the job description statement that we discussed before? Rajesh, can you do that? Any one statement and break it up into the 4 components?
Reviewing the transactions.
Yeah. What is it?
Reviewing the transaction on customer's account is action.
Okay.
To ensure financial accuracy, but it is only 2.
Okay, so there are only 2. So what is to ensure financial accuracy? Which component is that? Yeah, anybody? Yeah. Okay, anybody else? Yes, others? To ensure financial accuracy. What part of the job description statement is that?
Ma'am, it is the objective.
Yes, it is the objective, right? So, yeah, so ideally it should contain all 4, but if not, at least 2, right? Okay, so let's say these are the different tasks and activities that this person will be performing, right? And let's say assume that these are not enough, and this person you need to redesign the job. You have to redesign the job. Okay, so what will you do if you have to redesign this job? Okay, so these are the task and activities that the person will do as part of his duties and responsibilities, right? So if you have to redesign this job, any ideas? Let's assume this is the old job description. You want to redesign it for any purpose. So let's say you want to look at
Ma'am,
the
we
work.
can
Yes.
show the online platform also, ma'am.
Okay, so you can add more tasks to the existing work activities, right? So what will
Yes,
that
ma'am.
be called? What is that called?
Ma'am, first of all, we will analyze the needs and the requirements. Then only we will add the duties and responsibilities and redesign the job.
Okay, right. So needs. Okay, so you will analyze the needs and the requirements. Okay, so
Yes, ma'am.
what can be an example for that?
Ma'am, an example can be like if there is a marketer who is
Mhm.
looking at the advertisements, for
Okay,
example, before COVID, and
okay.
now COVID has come, so everything is going online. So now
Mhm.
he not only has to now, since we are almost towards that post COVID era, so now not only he has to look on the offline marketing, but also on the online marketing. For that, his new job description will be online promotion and publication, and like reaching different their target customers online as well, and to
Okay.
present content online as well.
Okay. So what is the new business need? Okay. You will look at the
Ma'am.
external market. You will look at the new business need. Okay. What else? Yes, someone was saying something.
Ma'am, according to me, if the person was starting a new startup, so he have to first analyze the market, what I have to do and how I have to do. How
So this
to
is not about startup. Is it really about startup? This is about a trading assistant role of an employee
Ma'am,
I'm talking about.
yes, ma'am. They have to first go through the client portal, ma'am. Through that, the online process, they know how to uh, do a work on there. So
Right.
according
So
to that,
this is you're getting into the
app is
nitty gritty
eco-friendly, ma'am.
details, Shita. Good, but you're getting into the nitty gritty details. I'm asking about what will be the need or the requirement. Why are we trying to redesign this? So one would be that according to the business need. Okay, so you will look at the business need. If business requires some other skill set because of a situation that has arisen, like Suvir said, a new situation is that you are moving from brick and mortar store offline selling to an online e-commerce platform, right? So to accommodate this new change, okay, so to accommodate this new change, you will have to change the job description or activities of your existing employees. So one activity for a marketing specialist in another firm would be to add digital marketing and online media or e-commerce into his portfolio, right, into his job description. Here in this trading assistant case, you will also assess if the assessment would be based on what information you've got through job analysis, right? So one of the information from job analysis were these problems. You remember these problems? Clients exceeded their limit with active cooperation with from trading assistant. Clients issued checks which bounced back. So these are some of the issues, right? And you have to correct these issues. This is a business need. If the checks are being are bouncing back, then you will have to add one task into the trading assistant's job description so that the checks are not bouncing back, right? So you will have to add that into the trading assistant's task. So what can be what can be added into this? How will you add what will you add here into the responsibility for the trading assistant so that the check that the client signs and gives to them doesn't bounce back?
According to me, ma'am, according to me, we also see that that employee was the experience or not.
What are
Because
you talking with, Ishita? Give me one framed sentence, statement in this job, in this responsibility or duties and responsibilities. The way we've written, reviewing the transaction on a customer's account to ensure financial accuracy. Like that, if I have to add one sub sentence there to see that the the client's check doesn't bounce back and it becomes a responsibility of the trading assistant. How will you put one activity here? What will be one responsibility that you will add to the trading assistant's role here? Reframe it using action, verb, objective. That is a problem client is facing. So you have to redesign trading assistant's job, right? Because this is a serious problem for the firm, right? So you have to add a task to his profile. How will you add it? Anybody else? Subir, Dipanshu?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Try framing a job description statement here.
Ma'am, for which line?
Whichever client, you have to ensure that checks are not bouncing back, right? So you want to give this responsibility to the trading assistant, right? So add that
Yes,
as a
ma'am.
responsibility here.
Ma'am, we can say that to ensure that the checks don't bounce and there isn't
okay.
any, or we can specify like your role will be your role will also be to see that the checks don't bounce and there isn't any there is smooth functioning during transactions through banking or any other medium.
Anybody else wants to rephrase this? He said it rightly, but not in the form that you see here. Anybody wants to reframe this? Ankan, you want to reframe this? Buragana, you want to try? See, this is what you will have to do, no, when you join the company. Okay, so maybe you want to say ensure the clients, ensure the what to call it? The payment from the clients are received by the accounts team by the accounts team to avoid any bouncing of checks, right? So what have I done? I have done a job enlargement, or I have simply I have gone for a job simplification, or I have gone for a job enrichment. What have I done? Or job rotation. What have I done? By adding this activity into the trading assistant's responsibility. What have I done?
Ma'am, job enlargement.
Okay, this is an example of job enlargement, right? Because there is a requirement, there's a problem with the business. So I need who will go and check this? Maybe he has to ensure with the accounts department that the checks are received, and therefore to avoid any bouncing of checks, right? Right. So it's well received in time before you allot any shares or stock or whatever to the person, right? Okay. Okay. So if you have to add into this his role, I'll come back to that role. If you want to give, let's say you so that was the business need. Okay, now there is another need, is the personal need of this trading assistant, and you want this trading assistant to maybe the trading assistant has come to you, to the director, and said, I want to join the research team. I don't want to continue with this trading assistant role for a very long time. I'm very much interested in the research part of it, right? So will you be doing a job enrichment or just an enlargement?
Can you please repeat?
Yes. So let's say the employee
work.
comes, trading assistant comes to the manager and says, I not just trading part and with the client connect, but I want to also try now as a researcher and get into the research team, which is a different department altogether. Or you need to focus on research, right? So what will be the activity that you will add into this portfolio? What will be the activity that you will add?
Ma'am, job enrichment.
Yeah, so you will do job enrichment, right? So for that, what kind of activity will you add, or how will you review his work? What will you do? So if you want to enrich his job, what will you do? Yes, what will you do? Anybody, tell me. What will you do if you want to?
Ma'am, first of all, I'll try to find out that this person is able to do that work, or is just come to me and saying that he will do to work that work, and if he is not able to do that task, I'm not going to take that task to him.
Okay, fine. So maybe you will look at the potential for doing that, right? As a
Yes,
researcher.
ma'am.
So maybe you will send him to the assessment center, development center, they will give him a test, okay, or an exam that he might have to pass, or some certification he might have to go through. After knowing that all of that he's passed and he's done well and he has the potential to be a researcher, what will be the next thing that you will look at is his responsibilities? In his responsibilities, what will be the next thing to enrich his job?
Ma'am, then I will try to find out that this person can handle both work or not.
Okay, right.
Yes, ma'am.
And then what will you do? Anybody else tell me? You want to enrich this person's job because now he doesn't want to stick to trading assistant's role. He is also interested in some other role, and he has a potential for becoming a researcher, a research associate for this firm. So what will you do?
Obviously will add the duty of a researcher, a basic duty of a researcher, which doesn't require too much complexities or too much skills, so that it will be.
Ma'am, first of all, we have to find out, na?
Wait. Dipanshul, let me hear from Suvir completely, then I'll come back to you. Yes, Suvir, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. So this way it will be a kind of job rotation, and it will also help the person out from being monotonous for his job, and also will give him an opportunity to learn a new skill or explore himself.
Right. So you will look at all his tasks and look at the workload that he has, right? Once you look at the workload, you will also assess which part can be delegated to someone else, right? Because this person has potential. So you might want to give him, even before giving him a complete job rotation into the research department, you might want to add some of the research related tasks into his existing role. Right. So, yes. So, so you can see here that there are some activities he's writing, preparing research or technical reports, right? So maybe instead of making it just a part of his clerical services, give him a separate line here within his entire portfolio. Remove one or two tasks and give him one additional line to mention, learn to develop the research reports or coordinate with the research team and take a few assignments on creating research reports. Maybe that can be a good addition to his job description. Do you agree, Suvir and others?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so that way you can do. Also, you can give him more ownership or give him more decision making power over with the research reports, right? So maybe he is connecting to the supervisors there, or he is taking decisions of handling the client's portfolio based on certain research reports. Okay, so or he is taking the lead to advise the clients based on the research. Okay, so if he is given that, you are empowering this person and therefore doing job enrichment. Okay, is that okay? Is everyone understanding what is happening here? Why are we redesigning this job description for the trading assistant?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, Dipanshu, you were saying something. I want to listen to you.
No, ma'am. What I want to say that part has already said
mentioned by
Suvir.
Suvir. Okay, fine, good. Okay, so you can see here this job and job description, which has come out of job analysis, trying to understand what problems clients have faced, and therefore the existing job description will be redesigned. Okay, we'll need a redesign, and we've tried two ways. One is job enlargement by just adding one more task like ensuring that the checks don't bounce back, ensuring the client has made the payment and it has been received by the accounts department, right? So this is just job enlargement, adding one more task into his profile, right? But if you want to do job enrichment because you want to develop this employee, then it's a different way of redesigning it. You will have to know which area he or she is interested in, or in which area does the business wants to develop this person. Okay, so maybe the business wants him into the research role because he has a high potential. So we've added one more task to enrich this person's role so that he's prepared, and then we can send him into the research department after 4 months, 6 months of the time, right? Okay. Now, core skills, yes, of course, this you can ask the managers to understand which are the core skills that is required for this role. Yeah, someone please read this. Ishita, you want to read? I've never asked this girl. She's been participating a long time. Yes, you want to read this? Core skills, required skills for trading assistant role? Okay, someone else? Shweta, you want to read?
Should I, ma'am?
Okay, yes, go ahead.
Okay, the core skills: extensive experience with advanced spreadsheet programs such as Advanced Excel, VBA, and SQL. Understanding of economics and accounting with working knowledge of economic and accounting principle, and practice banking, financial market, and working with financial information.
Mhm.
Strong mathematical skills, including familiarity with algebra, arithmetic, geometry, statistics, calculus, and how to apply them to financial market. Customer service skill, including meeting customer needs, working with standard office machinery, offering quality standard of service, and evaluating customer satisfaction in a timely and professional manner despite the fast-paced environment.
Okay, so you remember while collecting the information, I had asked you what kind of information are we interested in collecting. So some of you mentioned about the financial domain knowledge here in job specification, right? So you can see this financial domain knowledge is covered here, understanding economics and accounts and financial markets and all those things, right? So financial domain understanding you should have, and it's very well written here. And I'm happy that many of you also felt that when we were talking about what kind of information we should collect before creating the job description comes from here. Also, you had talked about technical knowledge and different skill set, and you can see extensive experience. Okay, so experience that is required. Experience with advanced spreadsheet programs such as Advanced Excel, VBA, and SQL, right? Strong mathematical skills. So this is the aptitude, okay, test that you can have in the company, right? So an aptitude test about arithmetic, geometry, statistics, calculus. So you can test that when you're hiring a new employee, right? Customer service skills. So this is a more of a soft skill. So someone also talked about soft skills, right? So these soft skills like customer service, customer needs, standard office machinery offering. So all of this information will not come from nowhere. Vacuum se to nahi aayega. You will have to ask and do job analysis through interview, observation, and a questionnaire survey, or look at external data, how others are formulating their job descriptions of trading assistant somewhere else, and collate that information to produce such a fine document. Do you agree, all of you? Or you have a different say?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, fine. So so if I have to ask you, what is the outcome of a job analysis? What will be your answer?
Ma'am, job analysis help us in better understanding of the job, and it helps us in means making the job articulate for us, so that it's better for us to like interpret it, the roles and responsibilities, not only for the employer but also for the employee.
Okay, right. So the outcome of job analysis is normally job description and job specification, which in which we articulate what are the jobs, duties and responsibilities of the person. Okay, and what are the skill sets and the personality or the qualifications required for the person. Now, why do we do a job analysis or a job description and create a job description and specification? So Veer has answered that. You might use this for internal source of recruitment, you might use it for promotions, you might use it for redesigning jobs, which we did now, job enlargement and enrichment, we tried to do that. We may use this for hiring purpose. Okay, so do you now know why we did job analysis in the first place, this job analysis and then job description and specification?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. All right. So now let's move on to our next point. Okay. So tell me, what can be a challenge with job analysis? Okay. So there can be some challenges with collecting information about jobs. There can be challenges with creating a job description or a job specification. Okay. So does someone want to try to make sense out of this chart here? What can be a challenge for you to collect information?
Lack of management support.
What does that mean? How can you
ma'am,
give
according to me, it means that who is in the management department, who is not that person is not supporting to the HR. He is not providing the whole details, which is more valuable for the HR to finding the best ability for the organization.
So maybe they are not supporting this. So for example, you want to create a competency mapping. Okay, even job descriptions can be used to create a competency map, right? In HRM, you will learn competency mapping. So job descriptions, for that, and it's a big project of creating competency maps, right? So if management doesn't support that really well, you will be clueless about the abilities that is required for that particular role. Okay. Yes. Anybody else now? One more person. Lack of support from employees. Can you give an example of that?
In that, we can say that when employees don't, like current employees don't explain their work or exactly or in detail while in the process of job analysis.
Yeah, so employees sometimes they are clueless of what you're trying to do. If you don't see, it will be onus on you to first explain to them why this I am collecting this information. You will say job description, then he'll say I am already working here as an employee, then why are you doing a job description? Then you will have to explain to them, either I am doing it for competency mapping, or I am recording all the job descriptions of different roles to keep a record of it, or you are doing it for hiring, or you are doing it for redesigning jobs because you are seeing a big business change and therefore you want to redesign jobs, right? So lack of support from employees can also come because they don't know what you are doing with it, right? So to get the good buy-in from the employees, buy-in means their support from the employees, you will have to explain to them why are you doing this, right? Yeah, so someone else take the next step. Biased nature of job analyst. Why this can be a problem for job analysis? Yes? Princey? You want to attempt this? Anuradha? Kailash? Okay, yes, anybody? Ishita, you want to try? Okay, biased nature of job analysis. See, sometimes because writing a job description is very qualitative in nature. It is qualitative in nature. It's not quantitative in nature, right? Because you are taking interview of someone and taking their perspective and then writing it, right? So sometimes your own perspective as a job analyst can also color your perspective, right? So or what you're writing. So for example, the employee tells you that it is very important for me to it is very important in my role to connect with the clients on their demat account or something like that, right? And you as a job analyst feel that this is just a trivial task because you are not aware of the implication of that particular task. You're not aware that demat account, following that account is very, very important. You might feel that something else is important, right? So it might color your perception of that particular task based on your perspective of the task, or based on your knowledge or your understanding of the implication of the task, right? So that is one thing. Using single data source, even that can be a problem. Now this you must be able to answer. Can this be a problem in doing job analysis? Abdul, you want to answer this? Why do you all not want to answer anything? I'm clueless.
Ma'am, hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am, the single data source must be a problem for the find out the better opportunity and better ability for the organization. Just because, ma'am, we can't find out someone by sourcing in a particular way. We have to find out a person in various way. Just like we have to ask about the duties which he have to do and abilities. Just like we have to ask about manager which requirement is there, how can we sourcing. So ma'am, we have to find out
Okay, so what are the different data sources for gathering information on job description? So there could be, you could interview people.
management.
Yeah, you could
Yes, ma'am.
interview the people, you could interview the management, you could interview the client, right? These are different data sources, right? But if you obtain
Yes, ma'am.
information only from one source, so it could be biased. If you are only taking information
Yes, ma'am.
from the manager and then writing the description, job description, it could be biased. He'll give you activities that suits the manager, right? But he will not tell you about the activities. Hello, can you unmute yourself, Dipanshu, for a while? Okay, so he will maybe if you interview or gather data from external reports, right, like SEBI and other places where trading assistant role is given, you could get unbiased tasks. Okay, so it's not just important to deal with clients, but it is also important to deal with banks. Okay, so yeah, so you might get a complete understanding of the trading assistant's role. Okay, single data could be biased, single data source could be biased. Are you all understanding what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so inability to identify the need of job analysis. Okay, yes. So this is a major problem, and that is why I've been again and again asking you, what is the use of that job description that you're writing? Job analysis kyun kar rahe ho? Why are you gathering this information? And why are you writing the job description? It is not only for the purpose of hiring. There could be several other purposes. Okay, so understanding and identifying the need of the job analysis is very important. So can anybody tell me any three uses of job description? Job description can be used for any three different purposes. Three different purposes.
Obviously to make the employee understand their job in detail. And
Okay.
from employee's point of view as well, to understand the duties and responsibilities.
Yes.
And this way they can also know that what tasks are required. Like if we have done a job description in an organization, one set of work is done.
Okay, fine.
What are the rest of the
So
things that
that is
require?
individual employee perspective. Okay,
Yes,
what is the second one? What is the second use of job description?
Ma'am, the person who are eligible, they can easy to apply for that.
Okay, so hiring purpose. Okay, so
Yes,
for
ma'am.
hiring, you can use job description. First was the employee himself or herself will know what is entailed in his job and what he needs to do. Second is for hiring a new employee. Third, what we did today, I asked you to add tasks and activities. Right? So what was that for? Huh? Yes, Anshuman, if you're talking, go ahead. Yeah?
Ma'am,
For a-
it is
Yes.
ma'am, it is useful for redesign and
Yes.
job enlargement.
Job redesigning the job, so you can redesign the job by doing job enlargement, job enrichment, job simplification, job rotation. You can redesign the job by acting, removing some task, adding more task, giving more ownership and authority to do something, right? So if you do that, that is job enrichment. Job enlargement is just adding on more tasks so that you manage the workload of the person. Job simplification is that you delegate only that work to improve a particular skill. So focus on few skill set, and the others you can just remove or delegate to someone else so that the person focuses on one skill set. That is job simplification, right? So yeah, so the identifying why you need that job analysis to be done is very important. Fourth one is competency mapping, which you will learn in your human resource management. Okay, I will not go into detail right now. Okay, so there are several other uses of it. You can use it for training and development also. Okay, so to understand what skill set the employee has to learn, and therefore view all job descriptions of different roles and try to understand which skill set people know, which skill set they don't know, and which they don't know. You want to provide training for that, right? So you can use the job description for that. Okay, now let's move ahead with understanding. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So can someone read this case now? We are moving towards job evaluation, which is different from job analysis. Okay. Yes. So I would want someone to read this. Yashu, you want to read this? Yashu Gupta?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
Okay, ma'am. Apollo Hospital has been growing in size as it offers quality, prompt caring services to the patients. Dr. Chandrasekhar, the administrator, is a person with good medical knowledge but lacks knowledge and skills involved in human resources management. The hospital has large quantities of medicine, equipment, spare parts of important machines installed in the hospital. As usual, the hospital has employed a storekeeper with no previous experience of hospital stores. Mr. Ramakant, the storekeeper, was working earlier in an engineer firm and had sufficient knowledge of such stores. Ramakant reports to the purchase executive, whose job is to order requisites materials for requirements of the entire hospital. Dr. Chandrasekhar has been receiving various complaints from the staff and doctor of non-availability of medicine, drugs, spares of equipments, and other consumable required in the hospital, having 500 beds. Since the hospital so far did not employ a qualified personal manager.
Just a minute. This.
Just a minute.
I don't know if I can hide this somewhere. Yeah.
The administrator are not aware of the job analysis producers, nor do they have job description and job specification of any of the jobs being performed.
Okay. So yeah. So can you see a problem here? Anybody?
Moment. Yes, ma'am. There are lots of problems which is
There are a lot. And
happening
all
there,
of
ma'am.
this is related to what is the
HR manager, ma'am.
HR manager. And what?
HR manager, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what exactly about the HR manager?
Ma'am, he is a person who can handle everything about the work, and that person can supposed to do ma'am the work that which one has a capable qualities to do that work. So ma'am, they can work properly.
You are there but not really close. Anybody else can figure out what is the important problem here, which we have discussed in the past also? What is the problem here? Yes? Okay, so let me guide you. So let's see, this is a hospital environment, right? Okay, so in a hospital environment, it's a very different scenario there, right? There are machines, medicines, equipments there, important machines in the hospital. And do you all agree that for operating any machine or medicine, understanding of the medicine requires specialized knowledge?
Yes, ma'am. I agree.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how many of you require understand that for operating a hospital related machine or storing medicine requires specialized knowledge? Raise your hand. Okay, the others are sleeping. I guess only 6 participants are knowing that for hospital equipments, machines, and for thing, you require specialized knowledge, right? The storekeeper who is hired for this role, does he have that specialized knowledge?
No, ma'am.
No.
He's an engineer departing
Yeah,
person.
so his experience is not related to hospital, healthcare service industry, right? His experience in managing the store is about something else, right? So can he be safely given the responsibility and the roles regarding hospital medicine and machine care?
No, ma'am.
No, because he doesn't have that specialized understanding, right? So now Dr. Chandrasekhar has been receiving various complaints. Obviously, he'll receive those complaints because he doesn't have the complete understanding of medicine. Medicine knowledge of for medicine, you have to have a specialized course and understanding. You can understand the list of machine equipments in a manufacturing setup as an engineer, but that is a different list of things, and this is medicines is a different list of things, right? Drugs and spares of equipment, so they are receiving complaints now. Okay, so where do you think is the problem? What is the root cause of this problem? This is a symptom, right? प्रॉब्लम का ये सिम्टम है कि लोगों से कंप्लेंट आ रहा है. प्रॉब्लम का ये सिम्टम है कि रमाकांत को स्टोर कीपिंग के बारे में कुछ भी मालूम नहीं है मेडिसिन के का, राइट?
The recruitment staff is not so capable.
Okay.
That's why these all things are happening, ma'am. Just because first of all we have to hire a proper HR manager who can hire the particular employee for the particular area.
Okay.
Just like,
Right.
ma'am,
So
for the storekeeper, for the store, we have to hire a proper storekeeper who knows about deep knowledge about equipment and machines,
okay,
so
fine,
he can
fine.
manage all these things.
Yes. So you can see that right. So the HR manager has to have an understanding of recruitment. Does he just need to have an understanding of recruitment and selection process, or does he need to also understand what kind of people should be hired, or both?
Ma'am, both.
Both.
Okay, so is it enough to only know recruitment and selection process? Is it enough to know only recruitment and selection process?
No, ma'am. As a HR, there are lots of things which he know.
So what is it that is needed? Be specific now. You are being generic.
Just like, ma'am, he have to know about the JD.
JD, yes. Now you've come
Yes,
to
ma'am.
the point. Okay, so recruitment and selection process. Okay, you'll start recruiting someone if you got a JD. But first of all, the JD, that is the job description and job analysis, is very, very important. For this particular role, what is the competency, skill set, and specialized knowledge that is required to perform in the role? Right? So do you understand now the importance of doing job analysis and having a job description?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So if you do not have the right job description, you don't do the job analysis, you will not know what is the specialized knowledge required for this role, what is the skill set that is required for this role, who is the correct person for this role, what kind of experience do you need? Okay. And therefore, job analysis becomes very, very important. Okay. So, right. Now, I would like you all to do this particular activity, but later. Okay. Okay. We'll come to this little later. Okay. So can someone read this particular case? Nixon, you want to read this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Read it.
The tapas operators over 50 Italian-themed casual dining restaurants in India, employing more than 600 people. When Tapas developed a new business strategy to focus on value and improve its image, it established a new vision, mission, and goals for the company. The restaurant chain simplified its menu with the highest quality seafood it could offer at mid-range prices. Traded its restaurants typically Italian themes for a crisp, clean look with a white shirt and black pants, uniform for its employees, and added Venetian imagery to its menu and website. Executing the new mission and differentiation strategy required hiring fun, hospitality-minded people who shared its values. Although Tapas had not had any problem with hiring restaurant managers, the company felt that the managers it hired did not always reflect Tapas strategy, visions, and values. The company also realized that their old job descriptions did not reflect the passion its new strategy needed from its employees.
Okay, right. So, yeah. So, can anybody tell me, okay, using old job descriptions, okay, they have used old job descriptions, right? And what is it that is missing in their job description? Because they are using an old job description. What is the problem in this case? What has happened because they are using a old job description? They're using
it has become outdated.
It has become outdated. So, yeah. So, if it has become outdated, in what sense it has become outdated?
New rules and responsibilities or new technologies and developments have not been added.
Right. So now, so because the old job description did not reflect the change in the organization, they have pulled the job description, 2-year-old job description, and it has not reflected the new change in the organization, the new strategy of the organization. The people that are coming into the organization are not of that level, right? They do not possess those skill sets. Right. And therefore, after hiring them, they understand they are not right fit into the company. Okay. So, for example, can you give an example from the culture of this company? Where do you see? How do you see? What is the? Let me answer it. Frame the question very well for you. What are the elements that show the culture of this company? In this particular caselet that you've read, what are the elements that show the culture of this company?
Ma'am, Italian themes.
Italian themes, yes. What else?
Clean look, white shirt and black pants. Uniform means.
Okay, so very right. So very they want a very consistent way of doing things. That is, standardization is definitely on their cards, right? So very so it has a their uniforms show the theme of the company, which is very standardized. They have a very standardized approach. What else? Okay, so they have they have focused on a particular cuisine, on a particular way of dressing and Venetian imagery. That means they have connected their hotel's culture to some other country's culture, like Venice. Okay, so maybe the water in the Venice, and there are boats in Venice. You know, Venice as a city, right? You know it, right? It's a European city, Venice.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So what they've tried to do is develop a theme of their restaurant based on Venice. Okay. So what do you think? What kind of people will be needed here?
Ma'am, maybe Italian person.
Okay. If it is an Indian restaurant, you can't hire. You will be able to hire Italians. But yeah, what else?
ma'am, for looking that particular area, for looking that if we want to show their hotel to like Venice, they have to hire particular person for the managing. Just like ma'am, waiter, they can hire waiters, some waiters, ma'am. So
Okay, so maybe, yeah, somebody else, maybe you're not able to frame the sentence properly. Think what you really want to talk, what you want to convey, and come back again. Okay, so somebody else, let me know what you have to say here. What kind of person will you need? Maybe someone who has experience in working in Italian restaurants? Yes? Yes. Okay. So someone who is aware of Venetian culture? Yes. And how
Yes,
to
ma'am.
greet a person in Venetian culture? How to
Yes,
greet
ma'am.
a person in Venetian culture? How to, how to arrange the dishes in Venetian culture? How do you pronounce certain dishes in Venetian culture? Okay, so you might want people who are already aware of that culture and interested in learning a new culture. Okay, do you want people who are just blank and are not interested in any other culture? Maybe this won't work. Even if they don't know that culture, they should still show some interest in understanding an Italian culture, right? So that should that reflect in the job description?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, maybe in the job specification you can mention you need an experienced person, a person who is experienced in Italian working in Italian restaurant, or someone who has visited Italy for a couple of times, or someone who is interested in or someone who knows Italian language. Okay, maybe they could be given preference. Okay, so you can mention these things into your job description and hire the right person. Do you agree?
Yes,
yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. So, what can be one statement in the job description? So, okay. Or maybe what can be your strategy for hiring? What can be a good source of recruitment in case you want to hire people who know or understand Italian culture? What can be a good source of recruitment? Someone please mute yourself. Chana futana wala market mein aaye ho shayad. There's noise at the background. Yes, tell me what can be the business strategy or the strategy to hire people? What can be a good source of recruitment? Or what can be included in the job descriptions? Any of the two you can answer. Unnati, you want to answer? Yeah.
And people who have knowledge about that culture, or people who are interested in learning that culture.
Yeah, that right. So we can say that only the persons who are interested in learning Italian culture may apply, or some only persons who have experience with Italian culture may apply. Okay, or you might write some job descriptions as to serve the clients in Italian way of greeting or something like that. Right, so that makes your job description very focused towards Italian culture. Serve the clients with an Italian way. So speak to the clients. Speak or serve the dishes to the clients in an Italian way. Serve the dishes, serve the clients, speak to the clients in an Italian way, greet the clients in an Italian way, or understand the whole Italian menu and speak in an Italian way, or something like that can be a part of your job description. What about source of recruitment for this?
Ma'am, Naukri.com, and ma'am, we can find out the best person to the and we can find person from going the institute where student learn about Italian languages.
Exactly, Dipanshu. I must clap for you. Good.
LinkedIn also, ma'am. Through the LinkedIn social site, through the LinkedIn social site also.
Okay, it's just another site other than Naukri portal is just a way of job portal. But I like Dipanshu's ideas, and I was expecting that from someone. Okay, so you can go to language learning institutes like Italian language. There's German
There are
language.
lots of person who willing to do work in a part time also, ma'am, because young men really love to do work in a part time for maintaining their
Right. Right.
Yes, ma'am.
So depending on your business need, depending on your new vision, mission, strategy, your job description should reflect the change. And based on that, you can also focus on your source of recruitment and come up with different ideas for your source of recruitment. Okay. Do you understand that now for job analysis? So far? Okay. Now let's begin this part, job evaluation methods. Okay. Now, what is job evaluation and how it is different from job analysis? Okay. Now, job analysis is for you to gather more information about what a person is doing, right? In a particular role. And we have discussed a lot about it. But job evaluation is different. Job evaluation is where you are actually comparing between two roles. Okay, you remember I was asking you what is the impact of the trading assistant role to Fortune Financial Services. We looked at that case. Okay, and in that I asked you what is the impact of the trading assistant's role, because trading assistant actually provides the core competency, that is managing the stock portfolio, right? Whereas if you hire a receptionist or just an accountant who just manages the accounts, his role will not have that much of impact on the stock portfolio, which is the core competency of that company, right? So if you compare trading assistant's role with a receptionist role or a trading assistant's role with just a normal accountant, you will find that trading assistant's role has a bigger impact on the strategy of the firm. Do you agree to this? Do you agree that the trading assistant's role will have a major impact on the revenue of the financial services firm rather than just the receptionist?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So what are we doing here? We are evaluating two job roles. We are not evaluating people. I'm not evaluating a particular person in a trading assistant role. There are three people, let's say, in a trading assistant's role. Okay, Suvi, Dipanshu, Ishita, Yashu. Let's say 4 people. Ankan, those who answer. Okay, right. So 4 people, right? But I'm not talking about one particular person in trading assistant role. I'm asking you, as a whole, trading assistant's role impact on the business is different than a receptionist role and their impact on the business. So what am I doing? I am evaluating the impact of 2 different job roles on the business. That is job evaluation. You are comparing, you are putting a relative standard. Okay, so what is the impact of one particular role compared to the impact of some other role? That is job evaluation. Do you now understand how it is different from job analysis? Job analysis is only collecting information about the role and coming up with tasks and responsibilities and qualities of the person and describing it. It's a more descriptive thing. Whereas job evaluation is more analytical, it's more comparing, it's more relative to someone else. Okay, so even before we come up with the methods to do job evaluation, since we just have 5 minutes, we just have 5 minutes. We'll go for Mercer International Position Evaluation System, and here you will. So this is This is something new for you. It is called Mercer International Position Evaluation System by Mercer International. It's an organization that does job evaluation. It compares jobs in an industry or jobs across industry. It compares. Okay, so let's look at some of the comparisons. So you see here, they are comparing, so they are matching jobs, position are evaluated and all that. We'll go into depth next in the next class, but let's understand. So so for example, a role of a marketing manager, you will find marketing manager in all kinds of industries. You will find a marketing manager in advertising. You will find a marketing manager in manufacturing unit. You will find a marketing manager in IT industry. You will find in all kinds of industries. Okay, and marketing managers will come from different job family. So they could be a part of advertising and promotion as a job family. Okay, category of jobs, category of similar jobs, marketing research, marketing analysis, and marketing service. So they can belong to different job families. Okay, so based on which job family they are, based on which career level, whether they're team leaders, manager, and senior manager, a certain compensation or salary will be given to the marketing manager. There will be a rating. Okay, this is the outcome of job evaluation for a particular role in a particular industry, for a particular job family, for a particular career level. They will have a rating, and based on that rating, they will be given salary. So Mercer International does this job evaluation. Okay. Okay, so this is the job matching guide. We will look at it later. Let me find you the criteria on which job here this is. These are the factors. Can you see the slide, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So let's say a marketing manager is there, right? And based on what will he receive his salary? Based on whether he's working for a multinational company, or he's working for a domestic company, or he's working for a manufacturing company, right? Based on which industry. Second level of analysis would be which job family, whether he's into advertising, whether he's into market research, whether he's into market analysis or market services. Again, third level, he will be looked at career level, whether he's at career level 1 and 2 as, team lead. Team leads would be level 3 and 4. Level 5 and 6 could be managers. Level 7 could be a senior manager. Okay. So based on which level he is or she is, you will get, right? And there are other factors also, like the impact of that particular role on the organization. I told you what is the impact of that trade assistant on the organization. It's revenue and work. You remember that I told you with the reason, because I had to discuss this job evaluation. So impact of this position on the organization. Okay, so what will be the criteria? Organization size is determined by monetary scales such as sales and assets and number of employees. So based on the turnover of the company and number of employees in the company. Okay, based on that you determine the size of the organization. Also based on the outreach of the organization, whether it is a multinational company, whether it's a domestic company. So based on the impact of this role. Okay, so a marketing manager in a multinational company would have more things to do and will have more experience, global experience. So his salary will be definitely more, and his impact to the organization will be definitely different from a marketing manager working in a small company. Are you understanding this? Okay, so assess impact level position as an organization contribution. Okay, so maybe a marketing manager in a company is contributing towards the strategy of the company. Okay, so his salary is going to be much more. Whereas if a marketing manager is not contributing to the strategy of the company in designing the strategy of the company, okay, but is only his job is only related to designing few campaigns for the company, marketing campaigns for the company. Okay, so you can compare these two roles. Okay, marketing manager who designs just marketing campaigns, and a marketing manager who is actually designing a marketing strategy for the company. So if there are two different roles, based on the impact it has on the company, you will the salary that the people get is different. So one of the factor for getting a different salary or evaluating the job is impact that it has on the organization. Whether it's impacting the strategy of the organization, that is the action plan of the company at a very high level, or it is impacting at a very low level of the organization. His job is only to create a marketing campaign. That's it, right? So the impact is lower. Second is communication, the nature of the necessary communication and ability required by a position. So let's understand this. For a salesperson, he has to only communicate with the one single or two customers. But a marketing manager has to communicate B2B, that is business to business. So his communication level of communication will be higher, required at a higher level or a lower level. I'm asking you again. A salesperson compare his communication requirement with a marketing manager's communication level requirement. Who will require a high level of communication capability? A salesperson or a marketing manager?
Marketing manager.
Why?
Because he will be having innovative mind little.
He will have, but what he has to do?
He will be thinking.
Okay. The salesperson will also be thinking.
But little motivation.
Why?
Motivating the customers with his marketing skills.
Okay, which are the customers? The customers that come to a normal salesperson is different from the customers that come to a marketing manager?
Ma'am?
Yes.
I did not understand the question.
Are the customers who come to a salesperson different from the customers that come to a marketing manager?
No.
Is it the same? एक डीलर में सेल्स डीलर ऑटोमेशन ऑटोमेटिव कंपनी के कार के डीलर शोरूम में सेल्स पर्सन भी एक ही कस्टमर को डील करेगा और उस कंपनी का मार्केटिंग मैनेजर भी उसी कार के कस्टमर को डील करेगा?
No, no.
तो a marketing manager of an automotive industry किसको? So who will be the customer of the marketing manager? Who will be the customer of the marketing manager? Tell me, Buragna. Come on. Huh? Who will be the customer? Anybody else tell me? एक कार की कंपनी है, एक डीलर के शोरूम में एक सेल्स पर्सन है, वो भी कस्टमर को डील करता है. एक मार्केटिंग मैनेजर है, दो ऑटोमोटिव कंपनी का मैनेजर है, वो भी कस्टमर को ही डील करता है. पर उनके कस्टमर्स डिफरेंट है कि नहीं है?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ. So what is the level of the customers? Is it different?
मैम जो मार्केट वाले हैं वो शोरूम्स के कस्टमर को डीलर को मैम वो
he deals with the dealers. He is not dealing with the normal customer who is coming to buy the car.
Yes, ma'am.
B2B business, ma'am.
अभी आया तुमको दिमाग में, right? So the level of communication and the level of knowledge and the level of understanding of product is very required at that level is very high. But salesperson को भी communication लगेगा. He is to deal with the customer, normal customer who comes to buy the car. For him, customer service is important, but he is dealing with a very different set of customers. Are you understanding? So marketing manager जो है, he is dealing with B2B sales, he is dealing with dealers, he is dealing with distributors and franchisees. right? He is dealing with advertisement and media houses, right? So he is dealing with very different people. And therefore, the level of communication and knowledge and expertise that is required is of a very high level. Now, are you understanding? We are evaluating two jobs.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, innovation. Okay, so the assess the requirements to identify, make improvements, or to develop procedures, services, or products. Again, come to the marketing manager and the salesperson. How much decision-making ability does a normal salesperson have over process, products, and services? And what is the decision-making ability or decision-making power that a marketing manager, head of marketing, will have over services, products, and procedures? Is there a difference between the decision-making power?
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, as a marketing manager, it should be a complex because there are not such a small transaction. It could be a crores deal.
It is a big budget deal, right?
Yes,
they
budget.
are handling very big budget deals, right? In crores, maybe, right? So it is a very risky deal also. Like risk management also comes into their portfolio. Cost scheduling comes into in making improvement to the processes and services comes to the. So they are expected to do innovation. Okay,
yes, ma'am.
But even salesperson jobs are expected to do innovation, continuous improvement. It is called. Of course, they are also expected, but you can see the difference. Okay, so when they are dealing with such big budget things, they're dealing with B2B, they're dealing with handling so many people under them, their level of innovation and commitment to innovation would be very different from a salesperson who is working on continuous improvement in his service towards customers. Do you all agree and understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Okay. So now, complexity of the work. Whose job is more complex? A salesperson job or a marketing manager?
Marketing managers.
Why?
Ma'am, just because there are lots of pressures. If a salesman draw a customer, that not be a big deal, but a market manager draw a customer, so it could be more harmful for the company.
Ma'am, according to me, the market manager have to deal with the B2B, and for the salesman, they have to deal with the B2C. So that's why the B2B is a very pressure platform for the
Okay. Right. So there are two things that I have understood here. One from Dipanshu is saying that the difference is because of the risk that is involved. The marketing manager is dealing with customers. If he loses one B2B assignment, it's a big deal, right? Whereas a sales person, if he loses one customer, it's not impacting the company so much. So you can see how that impact factor is working here, right? The second component Ishita says is that he is dealing with B2C, so right, and whereas he is dealing with B2B, so a complete organization and entity that he is dealing with, the marketing manager, right? So there are two different things. Along with that, what are the other elements of complexity? What are the other elements of complexity?
Ma'am, they also have to see the advertisement also, ma'am. For the market manager, they have to see the advertisement where it is compulsory to advertise.
Okay.
According to the social site also.
Yes. You don't have to say according to me. You can go and straight away tell what you're trying to say. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, a market manager, a company is depend on marketing manager and salesperson. There are lots of salesperson who is doing work. So, ma'am, we can say that if a salesman is doing wrong, it could be, ma'am, we can handle it. But if a manager did wrong things, that could be not handle it.
Yeah, so maybe you're talking about consequence, outcome, KRA, KPIs, which we will be looking at later. Complexity, I will have to explain to you a little bit, which we will do in the next class. Okay, I think we are over time. But are you understanding job evaluation now? Why are we comparing the two different roles?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so keep this in mind, and in the next class we will discuss job evaluation in detail, and this will help you design better job descriptions. This will help you understand the importance of role. This will help you in doing talent management also, right? So yes, and compensation, help you in also understanding compensation and salary and wage system and all that, right? Okay, great. Then see you tomorrow. Very good. I think the class has now become very interactive, and I'm happy with the way it is going. But I want more students to participate. The others are just sleeping. I'm not understanding whether you are still paying attention or you are just joining and going somewhere. It is going to affect your career, not my career. My career is already made, right? But I would like everyone to make their career a great success. And with this thought, I will end today's class, and we'll speak in the next class. I want you to go into the assignment 1, and please go and complete assignment 1, which is already given in your canvas. By 18th, please go ahead and complete assignment 1. You know where it is. I'll show it to you now. Okay, so wait. Just wait a minute. I'll show you your assignment, and please go ahead and do your first assignment. Where is that assignment? It was there. So go into assignments and check. Maybe you will see it there.
Ma'am, I am not able to see an assignment.
Huh? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Not able
Ma'am,
to. Yeah.
Ma'am, there
Yes,
is
ma'am,
no
we
assignment for Sage Campus.
I had given assignment. I had this thing. Okay, let me see, and I will email it.
Ma'am, we can see quizzes but not saw the assignments.
हाँ उस दिन
Yes,
दिख रहा
ma'am.
था मुझे, पता नहीं
Yes,
आज क्या
ma'am.
हो गया. I don't know what has happened. Let me check. Okay, मैंने assignment
Ma'am, maybe
देखा
you
था.
have to upload it for all the campuses. You have only uploaded for the RBU campus.
No, I have not uploaded. I have just turned it on. There was already
Yes,
an assignment
Yes, ma'am.
given by them.
Ma'am,
I
but
just turned it on.
for all campus, you have to do this.
Okay, ठीक है. I'll look into it, and today you will get an email to complete that assignment. Okay, see you then tomorrow. I don't know whenever is my next lecture.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye.